Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya
Jaya
Gaura
Gaur
Bhakta
Bhakta
Vrinda.
Vrinda.
Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Om Ajnanatirmirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam
Swayam
Rupaha Pada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham
Padam.
Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Srimate Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshasarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to today's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita reading. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, chapter 4, Sri Madhavendra Puri's devotional service. So, in this, we were reading uh, Mahaprabhu glorifying Madhavendra Puri's devotional service to his associates, Nityananda Prabhu and others. And after narrating the whole story or the history of Madhavendra Puri's uh, devotional service, now Mahaprabhu is telling Nityananda Prabhu, please consider the standard of devotional service of Madhavendra Puri. So that is what we were discussing, how somebody who wouldn't even beg anyone for his personal, for food even, what to speak of anything else. He would rather starve, but he would never ever beg anyone. Somebody who's so renounced and who's so uninterested in the matters of this world that he wouldn't even uh, keep an associate with him. He would not associate with anyone. He would be alone all the time out of fear that when you are associating with another person, that person may be talking of mundane subject matters. And he was not interested, not even for a single moment. He was not interested to lose even a single moment without talking of Krishna, thinking of Krishna. So he wouldn't have any associate. So this type of Madhavendra Puri, for Gopal's sake, when Gopal came in a dream and told him, I want Chandan from Jagannath Puri, he traveled walking alone all the way from Vraja and he went to Jagannath Puri and there he secured and he didn't have a single paisa with him, by the way. No contacts, nothing. He just walked to Jagannath Puri.
No cell phones, Mataji.
Huh?
No cell phones.
No cell phones. Yeah, no cell phones and no contacts. No, yeah, he just walked. It's not that he had somebody who's there who can where he can call or he can send a message, I'm coming, right? Please arrange for the sandalwood. Nothing. Nothing. He just walked. So there, and when he actually secured a lot of sandalwood, and before going to Jagannath Puri, he was in Remuna. He stopped by in Remuna, and there that episode, that incident of uh, Gopinath stealing a pot of sweet rice for Madhavendra Puri, that happened. And his fame spread like anything, like wildfire all over the world, even though they didn't have cell phones and internet back then. But this news about a person's devotional service, it just spreads throughout the whole universe. What to speak of just on this earth? This earth is just a small planet. Even the demigods all over the universe, everybody is always all ears to hear about the devotional service of pure devotees. And what to speak of Madhavendra Puri? What kind of a devotee is he? That's why Mahaprabhu is himself relishing while he is describing. Actually, he is relishing the love of Madhavendra Puri, and that is why he's talking about it so much. In this world, we have some experience, right? Uh, Especially if it is some glory about our family members, our children. We like to brag about, tell everyone, my son or my daughter, they achieved this, they accomplished this, they got admission into this university, they passed this exam, or they came first in class, isn't it? And the more we talk about it, we take great happiness, we get a lot of joy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is taking joy. He's relishing talking about the devotional service of Srila Madhavendra Puri. What kind of a devotee is this? Just think about it. If you think about it, you'll be wonderstruck. Mahaprabhu is saying to Nityananda Prabhu, just give it a thought. If you think about it, you will be wonderstruck at the devotional service of Madhavendra Puri. So, while reading like this, one point that we read about day before, or the last class that we had on Madhavendra Puri, that what is the nature of intense love? When the love is very, very intense, right? When there is intense love, the nature is one does not consider his own discomfort. One does not consider his suffering even. He is willing to take on any amount of suffering in order to satisfy the one he loves or she loves. To give satisfaction, to give pleasure to the person that you love, if that love is intense love, pure love, then you would not mind going to any extent. You don't even consider. You don't even consider personal pain or discomfort. It's not even a consideration. So that we were reading about in the last class. In the case of Madhavendra Puri, how is that true? Madhavendra Puri walked and he was carrying that load. He didn't know that, when he will reach Remuna, then Gopal will tell him that you apply this sandalwood on Gopinath, you don't have to carry it. No, he didn't know. He was going to walk all the way back with that load of chandan, and in addition to chandan, they gave him camphor also. So chandan and camphor, he was willing to carry it and walk all the way to Vraja. From Vraja to Jagannath Puri, he came. From Jagannath Puri back to Vraja. He was willing to walk. He was going to walk. And okay, somehow or other, sometimes you get this order by a superior and you have to do it, and you're doing, and while doing, you're just always like, my God, when will this be over? When will I get there? Look, isn't it? You love the person, but at the same time, you're like, you know, you can even complain. Out of love, you can complain also. But
Train
what was
reservations. We do train reservations.
right.
Nowadays
Madhavendra
flight too.
to go, right? And yeah, what to speak of making, easy arrangements so that you can, I'm still doing the service, but I try to make it in a quicker way, in an easier way, so that I don't have to go through all that suffering. You can do that also. Or if you have money, hire someone else to do it for you, and then you can go comfortably. The service is still done. No, he's personally doing it. And while important thing is while doing it, what is his thought? What is he thinking about? What is his consciousness? He's not thinking about, oh, this is so heavy. Oh, it is so hot. So many thorns on the way. I don't have any food. Nothing. He didn't even have, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, he didn't even have any money to pay to the tax collectors on the way. And it was all Muslim area, kingdoms ruled by the Muslim kings who were envious of the Hindus. At that time, Madhavendra Puri's only consideration in his heart as he's walking without any money with this load on his back, going to cover such a long distance, the only thought in his heart was he was feeling great joy. He was feeling so happy. Why? That
Loves
Gopal
that.
will finally get Chandan. His body will be cooled down. Thinking like this, he's feeling so happy and he's walking. Not considering, that doesn't mean his body was not put through all this difficulty. Not considering his personal pain, he was only thinking about the pleasure of Krishna. This is the love of Madhavendra Puri for the Supreme Lord, for Krishna. The last verse that we read was 186. No, actually we read, 186. This is the natural result of intense love of Godhead. The devotee does not consider personal inconveniences or impediments. In all circumstances, he wants to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Also, just check the purport. Yes, so Srila Prabhupada was explaining how even if there is a difficulty, the devotee will think, if he's feeling the pain, he will think this is all because of my own past sinful life. Krishna is so kind, he has reduced the pain to a minimum. I should have suffered much more. Krishna is so kind. Thinking like this, he will be completely grateful to Krishna. He will be bowing down before Krishna. If a devotee's consciousness is like this, then such a devotee he is the rightful, he has the claim to go back to Godhead. He is the fit candidate to go back to Godhead, like that. So then Srila Prabhupada also quoted Shikshashtakam, Sri Shikshashtakam's last verse, Ashnishyava Padaratam Pinashtamam. That means, my Lord, you can treat me in whichever way you like. That means whatever difficulties I may have to go through while I'm engaged in your service, I don't mind. However you want to treat me, you treat me, but you will remain my worshipable Lord, life after life. I don't have any other master. You are my only master, and you can do with me whatever you like. Next verse. এই তারা গাঢ় প্রেমা লোকে দেখাইতে গোপাল তারে আজ্ঞা দিল চন্দন আনিতে এই তারা গাঢ় প্রেমা লোকে দেখাইতে. Now we saw this is the nature of Gadha Prema, intense love. Now, what is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's or Krishna's, Gopal's purpose? What is Gopal's intention in asking Madhavendra Puri to walk to Jagannath Puri and bring that Chandan? Didn't Gopal know how much Madhavendra Puri loved? But Gopala Tare, ei tara gada prema loke dekhaite. The Lord wanted to show the whole world what is the love of Madhavendra Puri. Ei tara gada prema, the same intense prema that Madhavendra Puri had, the Lord wanted to show it to the whole world. For that purpose, Gopala Tare Agya Dilo Chandana Anite. Therefore, he ordered Madhavendra Puri to go and bring Chandan. Krishna doesn't have Chandan or what? He can get however he wants, or he doesn't even need that. His body is transcendental. But this is the way to, of course, different levels of devotees are there. When someone is not so advanced, then to draw, to extract that love from the heart of the devotee, the Lord can put the devotee through difficulties. But in the case of such exalted devotees, why Krishna puts them through difficulties? To show the whole world What is their love for Krishna? You see, if you were in this situation, what would you do? Right? And look at Madhavendra Puri in that situation, what he is doing. So the Lord wanted to show the whole world. Therefore, he said, go, he sent Madhavendra Puri, go and bring Chandan for me. No one else can do, only you can do. You go and bring. Not because the Lord wanted it, because he wanted to show everyone. Madhavendra Puri is such a devotee, he never wants fame. Right? We saw that. As soon as the Pujari came with the sweet rice in the middle of the night, Madhavendra Puri immediately left that place. He fled from that place, it is said. Fled. Why? Tomorrow morning, everyone will come to know the Lord has stolen a pot of sweet rice for me. Now everyone will come. They will offer obeisances. They'll put garlands on me. They'll give gifts to me. They will pray to me. They will worship me. I don't want this fame. He ran away in the middle of the night. He just disappeared from that place so that he doesn't. But the fame of a devotee follows him. He doesn't want it. He's running away, but the fame follows the devotee. So this is the nature of Madhavendra Puri. So he is not going to tell the whole world what happened and what is his love. That love is for Krishna's pleasure. It is not to show the whole world. Like a chaste wife, her beauty is meant for her husband's pleasure. It is not meant to show the whole world, see how attractive I am, how beautiful I am. That is a prostitute's business. Whereas a chaste wife, she always remains very modest in public. Her beauty is meant for her husband to enjoy. Pure devotees consciousness is exactly like this. Whatever ecstasies he has, whatever love he has, it is not to show the whole world, see how advanced I am, see how much love I have for Krishna. No, even if they have that much love, they try to suppress it in front of people. They don't show it in front of, they try to remain like ordinary, normal ordinary people. They don't try to show their love for Krishna, because that love is for Krishna's enjoyment. Let Krishna enjoy these ecstasies. It is not for me to enjoy the fame, that see how exalted I am. Everyone is noticing that I am a good devotee, I am a great devotee, and I enjoy that position of being a great devotee and being recognized by everyone. Right? That's not, he's never going to do that. Madhavendra Puri is never, or any pure devotee will not do that. Right? They will not do that. So then, but the Lord wants to glorify. There's always competition between the Lord and the devotee. What is that competition? The devotee wants to glorify the Lord. He wants to decorate the Lord so nicely. He wants to feed the Lord so nicely. He wants to satisfy the Lord in every way possible. What is the Lord's mission? He'll give his life to carry out the Lord's mission. Why? Because he wants to glorify the Lord. His pleasure is when he sees everyone chanting the Lord's name, everyone is glorifying Krishna, everyone is serving Krishna, and in this way Krishna is glorified. Seeing this, the devotee gets pleasure. And then what does Krishna do? He takes great pleasure in glorifying his devotee. So that's what Gopal is doing here. Madhavendra Puri didn't care for his personal discomfort. He walked all the way to simply get Chandan for Gopal. And Gopal also now wants to show the whole world what kind of love Madhavendra Puri has. So for that reason, he has sent Gopal to. I mean, this is not the beginning. We saw when he came to Vraja before Gopal appeared, before he was excavated. He wouldn't even beg anyone. He would just sit there and chant. So Gopal personally came with a pot of milk to give him. But now Gopal's desire is let the world know. Let the world know what kind of devotee, what kind of love my devotee has. So therefore, Gopal told him, you go and get Chandan for me. That was his purpose. So, Ei tara gadha prema loke dekhaite Gopala tare agya dilo Chandana anite. Sri Gopal wanted to show how intensely Madhavendra Puri loved Krishna. Therefore, he asked him to go to Neelachala to fetch sandalwood and camphor. Mataji, Vindhyavali Mataji, want to say something?
Yeah, that reminds me, Mataji, Hanuman and Sri Ram. Because Hanuman, he just went so far and look for Sita, and then he brought the news to Ram, and then he says, "What can I give you instead other than hug?" So he
Yes.
just hugs him. That reminds me, I just the way Hanuman did, he didn't feel that much, but the way Sri Ram felt, his devotee did that. So that thing, I just start there hugging. What can I give you other than this? Because
Yeah.
you did went the other side of the ocean and look for her.
Yes, Mataji.
That just suddenly I felt like that, Mataji.
Thank you for sharing that. Okay, next verse.
That's why wherever Rama's Kirtan or Ramayana or anywhere is there, Hanuman will be present there. He will be there.
Yes.
So wherever you talk, call, chant Hanuman, Rama will be there. That's what they say. So both the love and this thing, it cannot explain. Thank
Next
you.
verse. Yes. Bahu parishrame chandana remuna anilo ananda badilo mane dukhana ganilo. Yeah, we were discussing the same point. Bahu parishrame chandana remuna anilo, with a lot of uh, endeavor, parishram, hard work, right?
Hard work.
With a lot of effort, difficulty, Madhavendra Puri was carrying, and he's only in Remuna now. Remuna is still on the border of Orissa coming into Bengal. He's just there. He has to walk all the way to Vraja. But even from there to here, he had to bring it with great difficulty. Bahu Parishram.
Yes.
Bahu Parishrame Chandana Remuna Anilo. He brought it to Remuna after a lot of difficulty. Ananda Badila Mane Dukkana Ganilo. But all that difficulty, he didn't count at all. That, oh, how much difficulty I had to bear. I only came to Remuna now, but with so much difficulty. He didn't count all that difficulty. What was he thinking? Ananda Badilo Mane. By doing that, he was feeling so much pleasure, so much joy, ecstasy. All that hard work was giving him joy. How is that? Right? He's feeling only joy, that because his goal is only Krishna's pleasure. So this cannot be imitated. This is pure bhakti, right? So when you work very hard for Krishna, physically, yesterday, I must say this. Yesterday, for me, yesterday evening, for you today morning, I didn't hold Srimad Bhagavatam class because we went to attend the Ram Navami festival at His Holiness uh, Bhakti Raghav Maharaj's uh, farm. Farm means he has this Varnashram College Foundation in Mayapur. So Maharaj is here these days. So Maharaj invited us to go. So we went, and he was leading Gaurarti, and I was thinking, Maharaj doesn't have one leg. All of you are familiar with Bhakti Raghav Maharaj. I cannot tell the whole story now. We don't have time. But in short, Bhakti Raghav Maharaj is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. And he was living in Mayapur, a brahmachari, many years ago. At that time, there were constant attacks by the communists on the devotees in Mayapur. So in one of these attacks, once they came with actually guns, stones, they would come with weapons like axes and swords, like that. They would literally come. And
I think those are, Mataji, I think those are Naxalites, right?
those are not
Naxalites.
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 Yeah, I don't know the
They
nature
used to do
here.
before.
Yeah, but here in Bengal, they had the communist, rule for a long time. So they would always create, like they would attack the temple, the deities. So at that time, they were practically taking the deity away, Radharani. So to save Radharani's deity, Maharaj literally, like he went in the middle of all this firing and shooting. He ran there and he turned around while everyone else is running away. Obviously, it's natural, isn't it? They're all Brahmanas, they're all devotees, right? Vaishnavas. You don't expect, but everyone else is fleeing, running away. Maharaj turns around to stop their attack. He starts, I don't know, he picked up maybe one of the guns somehow, or maybe threw a stone and then and he started shooting back at them. And while he was trying to protect, I actually would like to hear the story directly from Maharaj. Maybe it is there on his, I can look up. But he actually got shot in his leg while he was trying to save Srimati Radharani, Mayapur. And today, for all these decades, he doesn't have a leg. He walks on his crutches. So what I was trying to tell you was, it's decades now. Okay, once in a while when we talk, we glorify, oh, Maharaj did this. On one hand, he's handicapped for all life now, right? He could have done so much service if he had both legs. And he's such a very, you know, strong person, very strong person. Strong in the sense, Krishna consciousness and his determination. I was thinking, and practically he's just running the whole thing. He's there every morning, every evening. He's the one who's running the whole show there, literally. Yeah, he goes on his crutches. He gives Srimad Bhagavatam class every single morning. He's there and on time, not 1 minute late, not 1 minute late. Even when he gives classes also, I've attended a few of his classes in person and also online. You will see exactly he will end the class on time with questions and answers and everything. Very, very disciplined person. But the point that I'm trying to tell you is, I was thinking, my God, yes, it's a lifelong difficulty that he has to go through, but he didn't mind that. Parallel with Madhavendra Puri, try to connect with what we are reading here. He did not consider while he was doing that, his only consideration was service to Krishna, Krishna's pleasure. And so nicely, now Mataji also was telling about Hanuman bringing Sita Devi, reuniting Lord Ramchandra with Sita Devi. Maharaj was saving Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani. How much pleased Madhava would be with His Holiness Bhakti Raghav Maharaj. And would there be even a single moment in his life when he would not be conscious of this? Think about it. He is like this now. He has no leg. At every moment where he will be reminded of that, isn't it?
That's true. That's true.
Why he lost that? In doing service to the Lord. And that will remind him at every moment. It's like Madhavendra Puri got that pot and he broke it into pieces, and every day he will eat a small piece of that clay so that it will remind him of Krishna's mercy. Here he doesn't even need any clay pieces or anything. You go, you try to walk, you try to sit, you try to go to the bathroom, anything you do, constantly it reminds you of your love for Krishna, of Krishna's mercy on you. So from material point of view, we may feel sorry, and not to undermine that, no doubt. You have to live with it all your life. And even in that condition, it's not like, okay, personally, there is no doubt someone does such a sacrifice for the Lord. even if he didn't do anything for the rest of his life, his ticket is guaranteed. Don't you think? His ticket is guaranteed, right? He gave the best part of his life in his youth, became handicapped for the sake of the Lord. But the wonderful thing is, that's not an obstacle for him. He will be 77 this year. He still travels. He still travels, and he's still doing everything which any young devotee, fired up, like devotee would do, and much, much more, and inspiring new people, old people, young people, training. But just that, I was just thinking about that Maharaj losing that leg in the service of the Lord, and how it will constantly remind him he can never be not Krishna conscious. My point is, it's not possible for him to not be Krishna conscious. At every moment, he will be reminded of that. So, from material perspective, you may say, how Krishna could do this, right? Such a injustice, isn't it? He's doing so, and now Krishna made him like this for all his life. But from the devotional point of view, you see what a mercy. But that mercy won't come to everyone. Only someone who can take that mercy, who is qualified for that, and who proves it through his love. And then when someone does that, oh, Krishna glorifies that person like anything. Like we are seeing here, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu glorifying Madhavendra Puri. So I just wanted to say that. We were there last night. So attending Ram Navami program. Very small, just a handful of devotees. It's out in the fields. He's living in a complete natural setting, right? It's like literally on the fields, natural setting, with that physical disability. How much he can inspire. Just sadhu sanga, sarva shastra kohe, lava matra sadhu sanga, sarva siddhi hoy. Literally, I can tell you, just coming in the association of such a devotee, hearing his words, it's still lingering. Just that you feel that happiness in your heart coming in contact with such a devotee. So we will end here. Let me see this verse. I think we didn't complete. Parishrama. We were reading about Parishrama. Bahu. One second. Bahu Parishrame Chandana Remuna Anilo Ananda Badilo Mane Dukkhana Ganilo. Right. Bahu Parishrama Chandana Remuna Anilo. With great difficulty, Madhavendra Puri brought Chandan to Remuna. Ananda Badilo. But what was he experiencing? Joy. Dukkhana Ganilo. He never counted the difficulties. With great trouble and after much labor, Madhavendra Puri brought the load of sandalwood to Remuna. However, he was still very pleased. He discounted all the difficulties. Discount. We generally use the word discount when you get, you don't have to pay the full price, right? You don't have to pay the full price. You just leave part of it. So whatever you leave, you don't have to pay the remaining. That is discounted. So what is Madhavendra Puri leaving? All the pain and difficulty that he has to go through, he's just pushing it aside. He's not even counting that. He's discounting it. Yes, Mataji. Vindhyavali Mataji. Yeah.
I think so. I was thinking that, Hanuman I was telling, but that was in Dwapar Yuga. Is that right?
No, Treta
Yuga, I'm sorry. That was in Treta Yuga. And here this Prabhu is in this Kali Yuga.
Maharaj.
See, this Maharaj, and that makes a lot of difference. Kali Yuga, if he's doing like, he did like that, that's Lord, nobody can dare like that. But Radharani put him into service to the preaching and other things. That's why he's there. Some noble people will be like that. That's really something, Mataji. I say, like you said, every day with his disability, he might be, if a normal person, they will think every day, oh, yeah, I don't have that thing. How can I do? Why did it happen? That time it happened. When I was doing like that, bringing Radharani, then it happened. So thinking all the time. But he was doing the noble work. That is amazing, Prabhupada. It's a real nice story. Thank you very
Holiness
much.
Bhakti Ragham Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Madhavendra Puri ki jai.
Jai.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai.
Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hari Hari
Jai.
Bol.
Hari Bol.